LeBron. Oh, poor LeBron. LeBron, it appears to me, is effectively over with the Lakers. Now, positive here, this will give LeBron way more time to be able to give to the Kamala Harris 2028 presidential campaign. And I honestly think there are a lot of questions that now have to be raised about the future of 40-year-old LeBron James. LeBron is going to turn 41. I believe he has a player option going forward, which would be difficult in many ways to justify him at this point as a $50 million franchise player. But I think it's a LeBron-only option. As a Laker, in 2019, the Lakers missed the playoffs. That was right after LeBron ended up with the Lakers. In 2020, as part of the COVID destruction of the NBA brand championship, LeBron as a Laker, 2019 missed the playoffs. 2020, they win the bubble NBA championship, which a lot of people just in many ways discount because it didn't feel like a real season. 2021, first round exit for LeBron. 2022, missed the playoffs. 2023, swept in the Western Conference Finals. 2024, first round exit. 2025, first round exit. So in the past, 5 years? In the past 5 years of his tenure with the Lakers have won one playoff series year, right? They won two, right? You have to win two to get to the Western Conference Finals. So they have won two series overall in the past 5 years. Got swept the year that they won a couple of series in the Western Conference Finals. I don't even know how you would assess LeBron's tenure as a Laker. I think it would have to be a disappointment overall. I know they won the championship, but again, it was the bubble championship, and they really haven't contended by and large otherwise. So, look, LeBron's a great player. I think he lit his brand on fire. I think he lit the NBA brand on fire starting about 2015 when he went full woke. Remember the first 10, 12 years of LeBron in the league? That didn't exist. And then I think he started getting bad advice right as social media took off. And as a result, I think his overall favorability has collapsed. I don't think LeBron will just retire. Remember Nick Saban just retired? LeBron is going to, look, we all know this is true. LeBron is going to demand a full-on coronation goodbye across the entirety of the NBA. I would love to be wrong. I'd love for LeBron just one day to announce, hey, I'm going to retire. It's time to try different things. I don't think that LeBron is ever going to do that. I think LeBron is going to demand the full royal treatment on his way out of the NBA. Every city that he travels to has to have a LeBron celebration goodbye. I wouldn't want that. I think most athletes wouldn't want that. And a lot of coaches wouldn't want that either. But LeBron's going to want it. And we didn't get that for anyone recently except Kobe. Am I right? Kobe was like, oh, I've got to have a farewell parade, which is actually very anti-Kobe, relatively speaking. But I think Kobe was far better liked by the rest of basketball fans than LeBron is at this point in his career. You also have to ask the question, what happens with Bronny? Bronny James would not be in the NBA if his dad was not LeBron. If LeBron leaves the Lakers, I think they would cut Bronny. And so a part of me wonders if LeBron is going to stay in the NBA as long as he can so that his son is able to continue to play in the NBA. Because otherwise, he's a drastically undersized guard that has no business playing in the NBA. And as soon as his dad leaves, they're going to ship him back to the G League or ship him over to Europe to play because there wouldn't be an incentive to keep him there. Now, I think LeBron, having said all of this, I think LeBron deserves credit for working as hard as he has to stay excellent for as long as he has. And I've said this for a long time, that to me, LeBron is like Leonardo DiCaprio. People say, what do you mean by that, Clay? Someone who has tremendous success at a young age and continues to have success in their chosen profession long into the future is actually rare. Most people are the child actor that lights itself on fire and can't manage to avoid disaster. That's the reality. There aren't very many Leonardo DiCaprios who at 19 years old are in Titanic, or 20 years old, or whatever the heck he was, and then go on to have the incredible career that he had in acting. And there aren't very many LeBron Jameses who are on the cover of Sports Illustrated as the chosen one at 16 years old, and then go on to become dominant adult athletes, some of the greatest to ever do it. I would argue, and some of you would disagree, that Leonardo DiCaprio is probably the greatest actor of his generation. If you think about what DiCaprio has done from 20 to, what is DiCaprio now, like 47 or 48? I think he's a couple of years older than me. I don't think anybody has the accomplishment of Leonardo DiCaprio in the movie space in that era, that 20 to 47 years old or whatever of DiCaprio. There are people a little bit older. Tom Cruise, probably the most accomplished actor around 60 years old. Harrison Ford, probably the most accomplished actor. I think Harrison Ford's like 75 years old, if I'm not mistaken. Denzel Washington, who I just went and watched recently in Othello, second Broadway play that I've seen Denzel in. It was incredible to be able to see in person. There are relatively few actors out there, actresses that you could point to that have been famous from the time they were teenagers to go all the way to middle age and continue to be dominant. That's basically LeBron in basketball. And so, to me, LeBron and DiCaprio have kind of been running mates in some way. I don't know if they're friends or if they have much of a relationship in L.A., but I do appreciate people who have success and continue to pursue excellence and don't get lost along the way, because most people end up like Lindsay Lohan. Whatever you think of Lindsay Lohan, incredible actress. And some of you are like rolling your eyes right now. I'm not kidding. She was a phenomenal actress. Go watch Mean Girls. She had an opportunity, I really think, to be one of the great actresses of her generation, and she just lost her way. And she's at least okay. There are a lot of other young actors, unfortunately, that succumbed to drugs or alcohol or whatever it is. Was it River Phoenix, who died in L.A.? Incredibly talented actor. Young actor who died, Heath Ledger. Think about him right after he played the Joker. And even guys that are not particularly young. Was it Philip Seymour Hoffman who died of a drug overdose? It's just rare to see guys in any facet of celebrity with the microscope on you end up in a position very often like LeBron or Leonardo DiCaprio. And I might be the only person who ever analogizes those two together, but I do think that they deserve respect for their commitment to excellence, even if I don't agree with everything that they would say on politics. It is not easy to be excellent for decades in highly competitive fields, and both of those guys have done it. So I do enjoy LeBron losing, but I have to acknowledge that he is an incredible success story.